Hi guys, welcome back to our math videos. This is the second video that I'm going to have our guest teacher play for you guys today, focusing on decimals and the relationships that they share with one another when you're moving from different place values. So a couple things you're going to need before you start this video. You are going to need your clean slate. You should have a clean slate that has this place value chart in it. If you don't, just raise your hand and our guest teacher will get it for you. If you need a minute to pause the video so that everyone has one of these, please feel free to go ahead and do that. But that's what you guys need to have for our lesson today, or this afternoon. So make sure that that's in your clean slate. Starting off with our Canvas. You actually don't have to log on to Canvas for this, but if you wanted to, we're going to go to Place Value Relationships under Math. And we are going to start off by looking at our number system. So on this, it has us kind of using a calculator, but I'm not going to have us do that. I'm just going to start off by just having a conversation with you guys and showing you exactly what this lesson is about. So I'm going to start off on the opposite side of my clean slate, and I'm going to start off with just focusing on what it is that we're going to be learning about, and we're focusing on how when you move from different place values, you increase by a value of 10. So if I have, let's say, the number 1, all right, and then I take 1, and I'm going to multiply it by 10. Well, Mrs. Duncan, 1 times 10 is 10. All right, well, now let's say I have this 10. I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to multiply that by 10. Well, 10 groups of 10 is going to get me 100. Another easy way to know that answer is just count how many zeros there are. Well, here's 1, 2 zeros, so I'm going to have 2 zeros in my answer. Now I'm going to take 100 and multiply that by 10. Well, 100 groups of 10 is going to get me 1,000. I know that because I have 3 zeros, okay? So with that being said, if you look at, I'm going to erase this because I don't want to make a mess on my table here because I kind of did that earlier. Looking at our clean slate on our place value chart, every time I go from one place value to another, I'm actually increasing it by 10. So from 1 to 10, I'm increasing it by 10. From 10 to 100, I'm also increasing it by 10. From 1,000ths to the hundredths, I'm increasing it by 10. From the hundredths to the tenths, I'm increasing it by 10. And from the tenths to the ones, I'm increasing it by 10. Every time I move left on my place value chart, I'm increasing my values by 10. So that's anytime I'm going to the left, I'm increasing it by 10. And whenever I'm multiplying, I'm just going to be adding zeros. Okay? So with that being said, I do have a video that I'm going to have you guys watch for me. It's only about 6.5 minutes, so I'm going to play it for you. And I know it's not the most engaging. I know it's not the most fun, but it does a really good job at explaining it, and I want to make sure you guys get this content. So I'm going to go ahead and play it.
Hello, my name is Mr. Cooper, and today I'm here to help you with understanding place value. Every digit in a number has a place value, and this chart helps show us what the place value is. Let's start off with the number 6,271. First, we're going to write this number into the chart above. Make sure that the number aligns with the right-hand side of the chart, the 1, 7, 2, and then the 6. Now, the columns give us the place value of the number. The 1 is in the ones column. The 7 is in the tens, the 2 is in the hundreds, and the 6 is in the 1,000s. Now, let's find the value of a digit. Let's find the value of 7 in the number 72,360. Start off by placing the number into the chart above. Now that we have the number written, we're going to find the value of the 7. The 7 is here, and this number is going to give us the value of it. Since the 7 is in the 10,000s, you take the number 7 and you multiply it by 10,000. Gives us the answer of 70,000. 70,000 is the value of the 7. Now let's look at the different forms of a number. We had the number 6,120. In standard form, it's simply the number that we already have, 6,120. Standard form is just the normal form of a number. Expanded form goes into the value of the digits. Just like we found the value of the 7, let's find the value of every single digit in 6,120. To find the value of the 6 is in the 1,000s column, so it's 6 times 1,000. The 1 would be in the hundreds column, so it's 1 times 100. And the 2 would be in the tens column, it's 2 times 10. And the 0 would be in the ones column. You could say 0 times 1, but since that equals 0, we're not going to worry about it. Now that we have all that written out, we multiply it. 6 times 1,000 is 6,000, plus 1 times 100 is 100, plus 2 times 10 is 20, and that's it. If I added all these up, we'd come back to 6,120. Now, other than standard and expanded form, we also have word form. Word form is the way that you would write the number out. The 6 is in the thousands, so it's 6,000, and then the 120 follows after it, so it's the way you would read a number, 6,120. And make sure you place a comma between the periods, between the thousands and the one section of a number. Since the 6 is in the thousands, it's 6,000, and then the entire one section of the period is 120. Let's see if we can convert a number to standard form. Remember, standard form is the normal version of a number. Here I have a number in expanded form, 60,000 plus 3,000 plus 900 plus 40 plus 1. Which form below would be the standard form of this number? Click on A, B, or C at the bottom of the screen. Good luck. Great job. Your answer is C, 63,941. To convert this number from expanded form to standard form, you simply add up all the numbers. Take each number, 60,000, add on the number next to it, 3,000, add on the 900, the 40, and the 1. When you add all these numbers together, you should come back to 63,941. And let's look at a word problem before we wrap things up.
All right, sorry, I clicked the wrong button on the video here. I'm going to stop it right there, and we are going to go back to our lesson. Hopefully you got a little bit of information there that you needed about place value. Going to our next section. What I want to show you, let's see here. Let me go scroll again. All right, now if I am decreasing a number by 10, so the opposite of decreasing, or so increasing is multiplying, decreasing is dividing. So let's say I wanted to decrease a number by 10. So going to go back to the other side of my clean slate here. If I have 10 and I'm dividing it by 10, I'm actually going to get a value of 1, because 10 goes into 10 one time. Now let's say I have 100 and I'm dividing it by 10. Well, my answer is going to be 10. Now let's say I have 1,000 and I'm dividing that by 10. I'm going to get 100. Okay? As I am decreasing by values of 10, I am actually taking away zeros in my problem. Okay? So looking at our place value chart, if I start off with 1 and I'm going to my tenths place value, so if I have 1 and I'm going down to tenths, I'm decreasing it by a value of 10, I'm going to divide by 10. So if I take that 1 and divide it by 10, it's actually just going to become 1/10. So my 1 is going to be in the tenths place value. Now let's say I take this 1 and I'm dividing it by 100. I'm going to move it back 2 spots. So my 1's going to go down here, and my value is going to be 1/100th. Okay? Boys and girls, this is a really, really confusing topic. I know it's really challenging. We're going to work on this later on when I come back, when we don't have to learn through a video, because it is really challenging. But what I want you to do for me is, I wanted you guys to take the quiz, but after trying to explain this to you guys over video, it is just it's too much. It's too challenging. So what I'm going to have you guys do is, I'm going to have you guys go on IXL for me and work on some place value stuff that I'm going to leave for the sub to have you guys work on. And then we're going to go over this more in person, because it's really, really hard to do. But I at least wanted to expose you guys to the content so that you guys had a little bit of information to it. If you have any more questions, don't be afraid to email me or send me a Google Hangout message. But that's going to be it for my place value practice lesson. It's too hard to do remotely. So good luck on your IXL. I'll leave the sub with information I want you to do on IXL, and that should be it. All right, guys, take care.